This one, he'd be having a cigar on a touchline and that. He'll win this one easily.
Behind Real, Bayern, and Man City, it's a free-for-all. It's a free. It could be Arsenal. It could be Napoli. It could be.
David Moyes he's got European pedigree.
Now he does. He scores home and away.
Bayern versus Arsenal would be a sensational game, lad.
What's happening, everyone, and welcome to 888 Sport. There are 8 English teams who are going to try their luck in Europe, and we're going to rank who is most likely to go the furthest. Right, lads, 8 teams. Rank them in order of who you think will go the furthest. I can't believe my list. I'm really proud of it, and I believe in it.
Because you've got to do it on.
But
who goes furthest.
I'm done.
Just before we reveal, will you please click subscribe now? We've got some brilliant content coming up, and we really don't want you to miss it. Thank you. Can we reveal in 3, 2, 1? Wallop.
Sorry, minor change there.
I see your.
I like what you've done though, Rory, yeah.
Mate, Unai Emery. This competition is going to be
In the
easy for him.
conference as well.
Unai Emery in the.
I know how easy that competition is. And they're going to take it seriously.
And also, it's Unai Emery.
They got as well.
He wins the other one at ease.
Yeah.
This one, he'd be having a cigar on a touchline and that. He'll win this one easily. I've gone Villa top.
Already, I think.
That's pretty similar, yeah.
But I think Liverpool should be cleaning up that Europa League. But when Champions League teams drop down, though.
But also, look, I've got Liverpool quite high. I think they're going to do well in Europe, and I think they could win that.
I'll swap my Villa in Liverpool straight off.
The reason why I think Liverpool might not, the reason I haven't got them higher, is because I just don't know how seriously they'll take it.
Exactly.
It's the only one he ain't won, though.
Do you think that
He will
means something?
I think he'll go for it. I think
they'll definitely go for it. Look, Jurgen Klopp said in the press conference, he could have been lying, but he said, look, whether it's Thursday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Anfield under the lights, European football.
They had that massive. They got to a final with Klopp in that competition.
Yeah, and they lost. Yeah, in Sevilla.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they will take that seriously. Liverpool fans will create an atmosphere, and any team in the Europa League who has to play Liverpool ain't gonna want to play him. Ain't gonna want to play him. And then if a Champions League team drops down, let's face it, Liverpool.
Yeah. Liverpool champions.
So actually, no. Do you know what? No, I'm gonna keep Liverpool.
Liverpool top.
Nah, I'm moving Liverpool.
I just think Villa in the conference are going to just be too good.
But
Unai Emery in the conference.
Premier League. But the thing is about Villa, though, we are doing this like, they bought all these players, they're going to be amazing, all that. We still have to keep a little
I'm
bit.
doing it on Emery, mate.
I'm doing it on Emery.
Emery in Europe.
European nights.
3 in a row he won. 3 Europa Leagues in a row.
That's his league.
Emery.
Like Villa's staying at the top for me. I'm
Yeah,
telling
I mean,
you.
I haven't gotten bad, but City are going to go far.
Arsenal
City are
third.
definitely
Hang
gonna
on,
go
we've
far.
got to Turkish. I've got to hear about this. Arsenal third. So Arsenal are going to have a good season in Europe.
Yeah.
Well, they've already got a Conference League group in the Champions League.
lucky
anyway, so that's probably
We're
what
definitely getting
Right.
through.
I'm looking at semi-finals, if I'm honest.
No.
Yeah, it's luck of the draw after the group stage. But look at Europe now. I said it on
Yeah, you're right.
AFTV. I said behind Real, Bayern, and Man City. It's a free-for-all. It's a free. It could be Arsenal. It could be Napoli.
not that strong
it could be. The Champions League isn't what it was when we was last in it. So I look at it now and look, I put City above us because I expect them to reach a final again.
Do you think Arteta will be prioritising Europe or Premier League?
I don't want no prioritization.
But it has to come to a level?
You go for it all now.
Yeah,
We've got the
Come on,
squad
bro.
for it
Them
now.
man win the Carabao Cup like every
Nah,
season. He prioritise everything.
They ain't been in the Champions League for 7 years, isn't it?
7 years.
Yeah, like they can't be like, maybe we should know. When that Champions League theme tune rings out of the Emirates, mate, it's game on. Like there's no.
No, not all of us. You and I, Flex, we both got Brighton doing well.
Yeah,
I got Brighton.
Have you got Brighton?
Brighton
I think De Zerbi's really going to suit Europe. I think with that, and I think that Brighton team, the way they play, is really going to suit Europe. Look, the Europa League is obviously tough, extremely tough. Liverpool are in it. The Champions League team's got to drop down.
And Brighton have actually got a group that you could say is a Champions League.
Yeah.
Unlucky there.
So maybe we are giving them a bit too much props and a bit of Brighton
I'm
loving.
never ready to not give them credit.
You just always want to give them credit until we don't anymore.
Yeah.
Just keep giving them it because they deserve it. So, and actually, I don't know how you guys feel. I really want to see them do well.
They're the best run. They're the best run club in the country.
Absolutely.
By a mile, aren't they?
So I'd love to see them show that you can run your club like that, go into Europe and compete.
I've got West Ham doing well. Neither of you two have. Have you, X? Have you got West Ham? Yeah,
West
you have.
Ham, they're at the number 5 still.
Yeah, I think West Ham could do well.
Probably undercooking them a little bit actually, because with the players they've brought in as well.
Yeah.
And how serious they take that competition as well. I know they're in the Europa.
What's your appetite as well when you do well in Europe?
David Moyes he's got European pedigree.
Now he does.
No, so you're right. Like we have to take him seriously, bro.
No.
Like think
the
about
club,
it. The year before they lost to Frankfurt, nearly got to the final.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
The next year, all right. Well, we're in a relegation battle.
It whets
Win
your
the Conference League, straight back in. They're consistently in Europe.
It actually reminds me. It reminds me of Chelsea when I was a kid. It reminds me of genuinely like we were knocking on the door in Europe. We got to a semi-final. We got to a semi-final in '95. We then won it in '98. We then won it in '98. And then in the next year, we beat Real Madrid in the Super Cup. So it whets your appetite doing well in Europe.
You can't
I just think Moyes is going to get sacked this season.
So do I.
Even after a good start.
They've had a good start.
I just don't know how Man United is on that list, boy. You know them way there. I just don't know, innit?
Because in Europe, it's a bit different. Look, we were talking about Moyes in European. Ten Hag's got a decent record in Europe.
We got way more chance of winning the Champions League than we do the Premier League.
I agree with that.
But
I think you've got slim and none.
Oh, slim. But last year, I think that Barcelona tie. It was weird because that was a Europa League playoff, but it felt like a Champions League game, even though we didn't have Champions League. Some Champions League players not in there, but that was a good Barca. That was Barca that was top of the league of La Liga at the time, and went on to win the league. And we beat them.
Do you think you prioritise? You know how you were saying Arsenal can't prioritise, and they're a better team than you.
What, for us to prioritise Champions League
or anything? Do you prioritise consolidating top four? Do you prioritise domestic competitions again? Or do you think it's every game? The next game is the most important one.
Yeah, it's to
prioritise your manager keeping his job.
It'd be fine.
That's what you need to do.
It'd be absolutely
fine. Priorities in January.
We can't. Yeah, Man United now can't be going. Listen, don't worry about top four. Let's just try and get a cup. Or listen, don't worry about getting a cup.
I'm gutted. I'm so gutted that Chelsea aren't in Europe. Are you gutted?
Even Conference League.
Yeah, anything.
Even Conference League.
100%.
I'm gutted.
I'm not Conference League.
I'm so envious.
Chelsea can't win Conference League.
I'm not gutted on Conference League.
I always say this.
The only reason I'd like it, complete the set.
Not Conference.
Just own them all.
Not Conference
League. You not just scrapped the game in that Conference League, innit?
Nah, we got something happened and then they
was it COVID?
They
couldn't replay it, innit?
Yeah, they took our points. It was COVID. Yeah, we had the COVID thing, and you lot did the exact same thing to us.
Oh, you let them off.
They rescheduled the game for you lot. We were robbed in there.
So we're all in agreement that Villa, Man City, and Liverpool are going to do well in Europe. How well are Man City going to do? Do you think they can retain it?
They can.
100%.
They can.
They're favourites.
Man City can do the treble again.
They can.
And that's what's really scary. That's, as a Man United fan, I've just seen them do the treble.
Who can stop Man City winning
Real
the
Madrid.
European Cup?
Bayern Munich, maybe.
And Bayern Munich if they get their act together. But still,
they battered Bayern Munich last year.
That's what I was going to say. That is a potential, like a new looks Bayern with Harry Kane and some others.
Maybe a Napoli. That's a wild card. Sometimes it has caught out Pep over the years. These kind of teams.
Well, do you remember there was a time when they were being done by everyone in Europe? Yeah. Tottenham done them in Europe.
Yeah, that's
Monaco, wasn't it?
Didn't
Leon did it one year.
It happened. But now Man City are.
I think if we draw them along the way, they'll knock us out. So I'm hoping to avoid them for sure. That'll be the number one.
What I would say as well is that if we're honest, and this is putting respect onto Real Madrid for sure, but we need to kind of have them in the final. I think if City have to play them again over two legs.
Do you know what? Do you know what my fantasy is? When my club aren't in Europe, I can just kind of appreciate the Champions League for what it is. Do you know what my fantasy for European football is?
Go on. What English
finals in Wembley?
Yeah.
I like Harry Kane now. I like him now. He's not at Tottenham. I like him.
Yeah.
So I want Kane to win it. And do you know what I really want to happen? No, semi-finals. They play Arsenal. Home and away, Kane scores.
Why in the semis? It should be
in
the final.
That'd be sensational.
But a better story would be to do it in the final where Arsenal can win their first ever.
I want City to lose a final.
No, but imagine Arsenal getting to another final. They haven't ever won the Champions League, and Harry Kane scores against them at Wembley to stop Arsenal winning their first ever. That's worse.
Arsenal will find success in a
got to pack up
and go
home.
To get to a final.
Yeah, they'll find success.
That's worse than Tottenham winning it the first time.
Arsenal find success in getting to the final. They still talk about that Paris thing, man. I don't want to.
Harry Kane going Wembley against Arsenal in a Champions League final, and he scores, and they don't win.
I want him to do it at the Emirates. Don't you think he'd be good at the Emirates,
bro?
He scores home and away.
Bayern versus Arsenal will be a sensational game, blood. Will be a sensational game.
No, but at Wembley, man, because that's Harry Kane's turf as well with England.
Yeah.
Wembley's the pinnacle of English.
Don't want Arsenal to get to the
Arsenal
final.
done dirt in Wembley. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah, that's true.
Gabriel
We've done dirt
Batistuta
in Wembley.
I'm taking it back, bruv. Oh my!
I remember those days.
City are scary, man, because I look at it and I'm like,
City are scary, but there's a lot of teams that aren't scary anymore. Not that PSG's won anything, but but they've lost everything. What is it? What's it called when Barcelona and Real Madrid play each other? Yeah,
El Clasico.
El Clasico, bruv. When's the last time you man actually watched that? Like, they said, oh, you know what? Let me sit down.
Messi, Ronaldo days.
It's ridiculous.
Barcelona do bits this year.
Can't even call it El Clasico no more.
Barcelona's got a 16-year-old who's saucy, by the way.
Yeah,
but they got a 16-year-old playing, fam. You get 16, you know, bro.
They're going through.
Even Adnan Januzaj went 16 when David Moyes was just out there saying, "Yo, you're my guy." Like, do you know what I mean?
Is there anyone aside from Man City can win it?
No one's
Bayern Munich can win it.
Yeah, because
just about how I think they're going to do.
Is there anyone else that can realistically? Like,
Arsenal can win it.
You can't.
Why not?
Because you're Arsenal.
They're in the competition.
Let's say, look, you three, but not necessarily X, you and Rory in particular, because his face saying those dreams. All right, let's say Man City play Bayern in the semi-final, and then it's Arsenal, Inter Milan, or Arsenal, AC Milan.
At some point,
you can never say never.
You can never say never. By that logic, you can never say no.
I look how Inter got to the final last year.
Look how Tottenham got to the final. Yes, they beat City along the way, and that was the big one. But
no
one at the start of the season, they would have laughed if X said Tottenham will make or can make a final.
I didn't think we would make the
final.
Can
Man United or Arsenal? Can Man United or Arsenal beat City over 2 legs?
No.
You need Bayern Munich or Real Madrid to do you a massive favour.
Like I said, I need to avoid City. I'll be honest. Final, a one-off game.
Somehow, if you're in the Champions League,
when was the last time you even beat City? What competition was it?
In the Premier League, bro.
Where?
The mad
Rashford. Do you remember the Rashford?
The
offside goal.
Yeah.
Didn't touch it. Didn't touch it.
Yep.
And then Garnacho nearly put
robbery.
Walker into retirement.
That's what I'm saying. When was the last time you beat them fairly? When's the last time you beat them fairly?
The season before that.
Would you say success for this season? Postecoglou's success. If this time next year we're sitting here talking about Tottenham in the Champions League, has Postecoglou done his job?
100%.
Yeah. That's how I feel
about, bruv. You get me? Now we knocked out of the Carabao Cup, bro. Listen, you get me? It's Champions League or you get me? FA Cup. I'd love that, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But like, all he's got to focus on now is obviously the Premier League. So you see, before, I would have said, Carabao Cup and maybe a Europa, innit? But you see, now we're out of that Carabao Cup. Man, have to get me Champions League.
Yeah.
I swear down. Yeah. There's no way you can knock man out of that cup 100%. So early. And then tell me what for. You're prioritising a game on the weekend. You're either winning me the Prem or you're getting me a Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Or an FA Cup.
Yeah. It's an absolute heartbreaker to talk about European football not being it. So on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell. That. Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's with $1 billion spent. You couldn't even afford a ticket to Europe.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you click subscribe and we will see you all on the next episode of The Playlist. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see us rank the biggest clubs in London, make sure that you click this link right now. Cheers.